Hi, welcome to Road by Culture. I'm your host, Kevin Isley. Today we're going to talk about road cycling and dementia. 10 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with a dementia-type disease called posterior cortical atrophy, or PCA. This is a neurological degenerative disorder that does not get better. So I started researching all the things about PCA, and I realized that it follows the same trajectory as Alzheimer's, though not typically like Alzheimer's. And it was in this research I started to notice articles written about endurance sports and Alzheimer's, and this got me really fascinated. What I learned was 5.7 million Americans have Alzheimer's dementia. 5.5 million of them are diagnosed after the age of 65, and 200,000 of those are diagnosed before the age of 65. This is called younger onset Alzheimer's. Some research suggests that long-term endurance exercise may prevent or protect against dementia, possibly by increasing cerebral blood flow, thereby aiding the health of brain tissue. Now, a new study on cerebral blood flow by cyclists is shedding new light on how this might work. In the study, 10 cyclists rode a stationary bike at moderate intensity while the blood flow in their brain was monitored through PET scan. Before they started riding, the subjects drank water containing radio-labeled oxygen-15, a form of water that emits particles known as positrons. The flow of water around their brain and therefore their blood flow could be monitored as they rode. When the subjects began pedaling, the blood flow in their brain increased by 28% as compared to resting. And in certain areas, the blood flow in the brain increased by 70%. Toward the end of the ride, the blood flow of their brain went back to what it was as they were resting. The large rise of cerebral blood flow when the subjects began pedaling from a resting state is very interesting because it might help explain the recent findings that regular aerobic exercise appears to reduce the risk of developing Alzheimer's. Because the greatest increase of cerebral blood flow happened shortly after they commenced pedaling, this means that exercises that involve many such transitions, such as interval training, could be especially beneficial for brain health. The hippocampus was the other part of the brain that was really affected by cycling, and this is what helps you with long-term memory and spatial memory. And for the hippocampus, bigger is better. And the brain is like any other muscle in your body. The more you use it, the more you stress it out, the bigger it gets. And interval training is really important for getting a bigger hippocampi. A University of Illinois and a University of Pittsburgh joint study found that physically fit people did 40% better on memory tests. This is most likely because of a larger hippocampi. The human body evolved to move. It evolved to always be moving hard and fast and resting. And the more we can live our life like that, the better our brains will be, the better our health is. And in this sedentary lifestyle that has become the norm of the modern age, we are seeing diseases of the brain and body that did not exist before. Endurance sports has also been linked to reductions of cancer, depression, ADHD, and anxiety. And they're doing studies in schools in Texas, Oklahoma, and California, allowing children to have triple the amount of PE that they get today in other schools. And what they're noticing is a reduction in ADHD, anxiety, and depression in these children. We need to move our bodies. And if you're watching my channel, you are most likely a cyclist. And if you're a cyclist, keep riding. And if you are a cyclist who is nearing or at the age of 60, you need to focus on interval training because this is going to help you not get Alzheimer's and dementia. Well, I think that just about covers it. Road bikes and dementia. Keep riding. And if you're getting older, keep riding. Keep interval training. Bikes are awesome. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. I'm everywhere, people. And until the next time, I hope to see you out there on the road.